Hey students, I'm Professor Kermanian and this is Online Learning Frameworks for Summer 2. Our course will last for 5 weeks, so it's going to start on July 9th, which is Tuesday, and it's going to end on August 8th, which is a Thursday. And so I just wanted to do a video just to kind of give you a broad overview of what to expect in this course. And so right now I'm on the home page, and as you can see on the left-hand menu, there's a few different options that you guys have. So the next one I'm going to pick is syllabus. On the syllabus, this is just going to tell you guys basically all the things you're going to need to know for the course and the point totals and all that kind of thing. So that's the syllabus, and then we're going to go on to modules. And modules are where the main meat of the course is. And so right now I have our Start Here module. This just has some basic information that you guys might need to know. We don't actually have a textbook for this course, but I'm going to show you guys exactly what we'll be doing. So in Module 1, this is going to have everything that you need in order to complete this week's work. So the first thing is always going to be the checklist. So in the checklist, it's going to have just a list of everything you need. Sometimes it'll have an overview video that you can watch just to get some more information about that topic. And so this first week is going to be how the brain learns and neuroplasticity. And so I have two PDF documents. You can just click on them, and you can either download them by just clicking up here on this blue link, or you can read them directly from Canvas. You can print them if you want to. Whatever you think is going to be best for you, just do that. But each time you read, you need to be making careful notes over what you've read, because the content from the exam is primarily going to come from the readings. Okay, so you need to make sure that you know exactly what you've read. Some of this stuff is complex because we are talking about some of it has to do with the brain and neuroscience and cognitive processing and all those kinds of things. And so if you're not familiar with those things, then I would highly recommend taking notes as you read. And that also helps you just to remember what you've read if you're taking notes, rather than just reading and then risking zoning out. So there's 2 readings for this first week. We also have a discussion board, so I'm going to just go ahead and click on this discussion board. For the discussion this week, you have a video that you're going to watch, and I'm not looking for you guys to summarize the video. We're all watching the same video. What I'm looking for is for you to watch the video, think about what you think the video means, and then answer the questions that I have. And so this first video you're going to watch, it's about brain plasticity or neuroplasticity, and you're going to give me your thoughts about the video. So don't summarize what the video is about, but tell me what you think about it. And then tell me what your typical approach to learning is and how you can use the information that you learned in this video to help you. Show evidence of critical thinking. So in order to make your first response, you're going to just click reply to reply to me. You need to post an original post of at least 200 words. Then you need to go back and read your classmates' post and post on there. So I'm not looking for you to just say, yeah, I totally agree with you, or, you know, that hasn't been my, you just, like, don't give me fluff, give me content. And so if somebody says something and it reminds you of something you've tried, or it reminds you of an experience that you've had, like, well, I know this to be true because in this experience that I had, it was true, and then talk about that experience. Or if they talk about their own experience and you want to know more about that, ask them about that. Basically what this is, this discussion board is for, is just to simulate what a in-class discussion would be, but also as a way for us to build community in our classroom. And so even though we're online, we can still get to know each other and our viewpoints about things. And so please make sure you're also going to just give me a brief introduction of yourself in this too, just because this is our first discussion board, and that way we know who all's in the class. So the discussion boards are always due on Thursday, but I want you to post on 2 different days. And so if you make your original post on Monday, then you can make your response posts any other day, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. If you make all of them on the same day, though, it you're going to lose points because I want you to be taking some time to think about what is said. I want you to give people time to post so that you can respond to them. And so just keep that in mind. 2 different days. That's all I'm asking for the 3 posts. So you do 1 original post and 2 responses. At least 2 different days you're on the discussion board posting. So those are discussion boards. We'll have them every week. The other big assignment this week is our pre-assessment and reflection. And so in order to do the pre-assessment and reflection, you need to click down here at the bottom where it says Student Success Assessment. So on this success assessment, there's a couple ways you can do this. You can either download it and print it, or you can just get a notebook paper and do this. And so basically what you're going to do is on a scale from 1 to 5. So up here it says if the statement is always true, you're going to put a 5. If the statement is never true, you'd put a 1. Okay, so your scores are 1 through 5. So you can see never, rarely, sometimes, often, always. And so what you're going to do here is on reading, you're going to say, you know, I look over reading assignments before I start reading. If you always do that, you would put a 5. If you never do that, you'd put a 1. If it's somewhere in between, you'd put a number somewhere in between. So you put all those numbers there, and then you total your score. So you should answer all 8 statements on a scale from 1 to 5 and then total them, okay? So the highest points you can get on this is 40 points. The lowest amount of points you would get is 8 points, okay? If you put a 1 on everything, you'd have 8 points, if that makes sense. And so there's 18 different areas, so this is going to take a little bit of time. So you're going to get all 18 scores, and then you're going to go back to your assignment submission. So this last thing in the module is where I was at, but I'm going to go over here to this pre-assessment and reflection, and this is where I'd actually submit the assignment. And so I'm going to go up here and click on Submit Assignment. You have 2 options for your assignment submissions. You can either type it up in Microsoft Word or Google Docs and upload the file, or you can do the text entry box. Either way, I highly recommend students to just copy and paste the instructions. That way they have it all. So I'm going to copy and paste this in here. And basically you just give your total scores for all 18 areas. And then you're going to answer these questions here at the bottom. And so it says choose your two of your high scores and write 5 to 7 sentences about why you think you're so strong. Choose 2 of your lowest scores, do the same, but you're gonna write 5 to 7 sentences. And then now that you have this information, what are you going to do with it? And so one of the really important things about any college class that you take is that all the assignments you do, all the things that you learn, you think about, how am I going to continue using this? Okay, so we're not just learning so that we can pull information in, take the test, and then push it back out. What we're trying to do here is actually know how we learn. And so hopefully this course will help you do that. And so then once you have everything done the way you want it, you just click Submit Assignment. It submits. And in any of the application assignments, I'm going to go back here to modules. Any of the application assignments, I'm always going to be looking for evidence of critical thinking. And so if you just give me 1 sentence answers, 2 sentence answers, you're not really telling me, you know, why is it this way? What is going on? How are you going to do this? All these kinds of things is what I'm looking for. And the more in depth that you go, the better off that you'll be, because you'll actually be processing this information at a deeper level. And so, so that's basically what we're going to be doing for the first week. You have 2 readings, you have a discussion, and you have application assignment. In week 2, we're going to have our first exam. And so I'll give you guys more information about that once we get to that. But basically, I'm going to have 1 module open as we're there in that week. Make sure you submit everything within the deadlines. And if you run across any kind of problems with Canvas or any technical difficulties, just let me know immediately so I can help you. So yeah, that's that. Now, some students want to know, what is Learning Frameworks all about? And really what this is going to be a class about like how you learn. So hopefully while you're in this class, even though it's a pretty short class, you're going to learn more in depth about deep processing, cognitive processing, and just ways that you can improve yourself as a learner. Some of you may have already come across some of these things, but my hope is that everybody will find something that they haven't dealt with before that will help them improve not only in college, but also in life. And so anyway, I love this course. I really enjoy teaching it, and I hope that just as you go through the course, you're going to find beneficial things that you can carry with you throughout your whole college experience. I'm Professor Kermanian, and welcome to Learning Frameworks.